All right, what's up, everybody? Isaac here, along with Sonic the Hedgehog. We are here to tell you today about the Komwero brand fixed blade hunter. This is in D2 steel and a black G10 handle. Even came with this nice paracord lanyard. Now, this is made in China, and they sent this to me for review after I contacted them on Amazon because I saw some reviews of some other Komwero knives here on YouTube, mostly by my pal Legion Tactical Cutlery, and I really liked this blade. I think it's just, wicked cool looking, and D2 is definitely a solid steal, and they run about $40 on Amazon. So I definitely think it's a big game hunter type knife.
The sharp side.
The sharp side is over here. So we can put our finger here. All right. Now, yeah, you can touch on the top. Okay. Now, some may refer to this as a harpoon blade, or I think it's like this big bowed out part here is more of for skinning game and making it like a butcher style knife. But I think definitely a big game or camp knife, survival knife. I think it checks a lot of those boxes. It's a full tang, D2 steel, tough tool steel, good for edge retention, and man, it just feels good to hold. This is my kind of handle. Got that single finger choil, and not a true Quillian guard, but the way it's designed, it makes it into a guard, and this upper portion can serve as a rest for your thumb when doing puncturing tasks. And it's relatively thin width wise, which is great for my hand. And man, Komwero made a real solid blade, and I am hugely impressed. So back, you saw this at the beginning, but let's put the knife back in the sheath here.
Daddy almost cut me.
Oh, I did. It is a Kydex sheath with a Tech-Lock type attachment. I say Tech-Lock type because that's a brand name, and I don't think it's their brand name. Now, if there is one complaint, it so far is my only complaint about this knife, is that the sheath is a bit too loose. You hear this rattle, and the retention is not spectacular. That knife does fall out if, a few good wiggles there. So if you're wearing this out in the field, be careful. If, most of the time your knife is going to be facing this way, but, if you sit down and banging around a bit, you might lose your blade. So, maybe there's a way to tighten this up here. Yeah, it might cut you if it falls out. It's very important not to get cut, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so, full disclaimer, that's not good for the sheath retention, but I haven't looked anything up on fixing this. Maybe I can, pop this sheath in the oven a bit and remold it. There could be some option of reheating this. This is not to say that all the sheaths for this knife are going to be like that, but mine is. I talked to Grugs over at Legion Tactical Cutlery. He did not have any issues with retention on the sheaths of his Komwero blades. So let's go see this knife cut some stuff, and then we will say goodbye. All right, everybody. Now, let's see this blade cut some stuff. So, I say, man, this blade is a hunter through and through, so we definitely got to cut into some meat here. These are what Walmart calls country-style ribs. They're some sort of, beef chuck that's in the shape of pork ribs that they cut that into at, wherever Walmart butchers their meat. It was a bit on the tough side, but, this fixed blade took care of it just fine. Now, we're doing like real basic tasks here, slicing open a bag of salad. You can do this at home, or you take that camping. This knife, of course, slices right through that plastic. Now, this blade here, I'm going to give you some specs while we get into cutting because we just can't describe every cut we go through. That's just super boring. So we have 11 inches in overall length. All right. And the steel is D2, like I said earlier, solid stuff. The knife weighs 10.8 ounces. And the D2 runs at 58 to 60 on the Rockwell scale, which, you know, D2 typically around 60 is what we'll see it at. And, you know, here we are slicing up some more meat. Man, it just goes through these thin strips of meat. Just awesome. It's got a heck of an edge on it, this Komwero knife. Now, the blade thickness is 4 millimeters, or about 5/32 of an inch thick, which to me is fantastic. I like that thickness. You don't see it super often. You'll usually see an 1/8 inch or 3/16, but I like that middle ground of this 5/32 of an inch, 0.15 inches or 4 millimeters, whatever scale there you like to measure your stuff with. Now, I mentioned 11 inches in overall length for the knife. We got a 5.9 inch blade length. And this chopping here, this is sped up to 2 times speed, so you don't have to sit there, you know, watching me hack at this for several minutes. So we sped it up a little bit for your entertainment. No, I don't chop that fast, but this is how we do. And it did this chopping stuff very well. But now back to the specs here. 5.9 inch on the blade length with a 5.5 inch cutting edge. And you can get a finger into the choil. So that's where the difference is between edge length and the cutting, or the whole blade length and the cutting edge length. You got this choil at the end of the blade where you can fit a finger. It's not huge, but you know, if you, unless you have really thick fingers, you can definitely fit a finger in there. So it's a pretty good size knife, and really a favorite size for me of a fixed blade knife. Just about a 6-inch blade. It's like the sweet spot for me. It's what I really enjoy using. And we take that stick, that end we just chopped off there, and slice off the bark, and it came off so easily in those nice big strips there. Komwero put a really great edge on this knife. The bevel is described as being flat ground, so we got a good nice flat grind there. And that flat grind is good for a variety of things like batoning. Now, my stick that I was using as a baton is a bit rotted, as you probably saw a piece fly off there, but you know, this knife went through that. This is like some sort of hemlock or cypress, some sort of evergreen, but it batoned that great. So just a little more meat slicing here, some ham I got at the store, going to make a sandwich out of, and dude, it just glides right through it. And of course, put that ham on a sandwich for lunch and cut it perfectly right down the center diagonally. Now let's cut some cardboard. Beautiful stab and slice there, no issue. Blade cuts right through it. This is truly a fantastic knife. I'm not kidding you guys. I really have enjoyed carrying this around and using it since I've got it the last couple of days, and you know, it does. I would have no problem taking this on an outdoor adventure, and it's something that doesn't break the bank. I'm going to recommend it for certain. I really like this Komwero blade. Be sure to check out the rest of their selection on Amazon. They've got, I think at least 5 different fixed blade knives and quite a few folders as well. Would like to try one of their folding knives too, but I would have no problem pulling the trigger on one of these fixed blade knives in this D2 steel here. Man, they did a good job. So hopefully, you know, the heat treated it well and this edge really holds up. But, you know, the first test here, they did a great job. Good job, Komwero. You definitely have some good designers out there, and you seem to make a great product in-house. I forget if I said before, but that's G10 handles there too. So let's close it out here. All right, guys, thanks for watching the video on the Komwero Fixed Blade Hunter. This knife is about 6 inches in length from hilt to point, and it has about a 5.5 inch cutting edge. So I think it's like 5.8, 5.9 inches. It's a nice wide blade. I really like this a lot. Thank you to Komwero for sending this to me. I will have a link in the description so you can go buy this knife for yourself on Amazon and check out Komwero's other blades. It's a very good value. Hope you enjoyed this. See you next time. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button and all that good jazz. Take it easy.